Steve here with Alloyed RPG. In this video we are back in the Creature Compendium, this time taking a look at the Big-Horned Battle Yak. Now I know some of you are going to look at that and say, well, that's a woolly mammoth or a mastodon. We know, we just call it a Big-Horned Battle Yak. Call it what you want to. This miniature is from Artisan Guild. Be sure to check out their website for all kinds of other cool miniatures. Battle yaks are herd animals, so think bison, buffalo, that kind of thing. They are huge. They stand about 8 feet tall at the shoulder, or roughly 2.5 meters. They weigh 4 tons, or 3,500 kg. So these are very large animals, but they're grazing, herding animals. They're also herbivores and they're migratory, so they go where the food is. So think about the Great Plains and all that kind of thing. So wintertime is tough for them. They usually try to go different places, although they are furry, so they can handle cold climates as long as they have a food supply. Big-horned battle yaks can be domesticated. In fact, they have been for thousands of years to work grain mills and just different farm tasks, plowing, all that kind of stuff that you would use like oxen for. However, you want to break them and domesticate them while they're young because it's very difficult to try to break a large, full-grown battle yak. But it can be done, but only with some pretty massive willpower, skill, and a little bit of magic. Now, where these creatures get interesting is with their horns and their armor. So the horn is about 3 feet, 3.5 feet, or a meter long. It's made out of a fibrous tissue, like a hair, like a rhinoceros horn, rather than, say, an elephant's ivory tusk. And it's very tough, so a battle yak can actually pierce armor. Think about a 3.5 foot spike with 4 tons of mass behind it. Certainly not a good way to go. But the thing with the horn is that they can be used for torches. So if they are soaked in oil or wax or whatever it would be, they can be used for torches to light up castles. Probably not to hold in your hand. That's a pretty big thing to carry around, but you get the idea. So that's the horn. Now, the armor itself is made out of iron bone, which is one of the toughest materials in all of Catharsis. And so, of course, people use that for shields. They use it for machinery. They use it for things like farm implements, like disc harrows. Anything you'd want a tough substance like that, they can be used for. As a result, these things do get poached, similar to the American bison and all of that kind of thing, which, of course, there are bans on it throughout the land, but it still happens from time to time. As the name implies, battle yaks were actually used in battle at one time long ago, though not so much anymore. Every once in a while, you might come across some bones or whatever that might still have some of the copper or brass residue from their plating, but you really don't see that too often anymore. As far as motivation goes, it's just a primal beast, so it's in it for the food and the mating. And again, as far as breaking a battle yak goes, don't try to do it with an adult because it's difficult to do. They don't really have a whole lot of weaknesses because it's just a big, strong animal that's prone to survival, so it can, live in the cold. I'd say probably extreme heat would exhaust one, I would imagine, because of their fur. But other than that, not a whole lot of weaknesses. In a campaign setting, the Big-Horned Battle Yak is actually quite fun because you would use it in like a Great Plains type environment or even like a foothills or mountainous campaign setting. And if the party has the wherewithal to find one that they can get under their control, they could use it as a plow or a bulldozer or a tank. Stampedes are always a possibility. So the Big-Horned Battle Yak is really a fun one. And again, its carcass is quite valuable as well. So there are a lot of different scenarios you can use as far as implementing this creature in your campaign. So hopefully you'll find that helpful. Thanks again for watching, and may your dice always roll with advantage.